So I wanted to tell you guys about an experience that I had today that made me very angry, but also very sad. And I think that sadness is compounded by just some of the thoughts I've been having over the past few weeks anyway. And basically what happened was I was out and about doing stuff, minding my business, and logged into Instagram, and some guy was having a massive rant at me about a picture that I'd posted of Ashley Graham, the plus size model, and I'd reposted it because it was an unedited picture of her talking about the cellulite on her legs, and I found it really refreshing. You know, we see edited pictures of models all the time. We know they're edited, but I think it's nice, you know, it's nice for people to go, actually, this is what I look like and I'm fine with it and I don't have to be ashamed of it, and neither do you, because actually that's what a lot of people look like and it shouldn't be a big deal, but a lot of the time it is. And anyway, so I'd reposted it, I thought it was encouraging, I left it there. And this guy was like, you know, if she didn't have a pretty face, she wouldn't be a model. It's just all the brands trying to make money off of fat people. And, you know, went into the whole promoting obesity or ideology is bad for people and you're taking advantage kind of thing. And he was leveling this at me as much as at her. I responded. I maybe shouldn't have responded. I've dealt with people like this in the past, and I tend to find that it's not possible to have a reasonable discussion with them, even if you're really polite. Because, you know, we have to be polite when we disagree with people. Apparently, that's the thing. That's a whole other issue. But I wasn't rude to him. I was quite straightforward. I just said, you know, what ideology are you assuming that I adhere to? I'd love to know, because you're talking about it like it's really negative and I haven't really said anything. And he was just like, oh, well, you know, you're plus size as well. And he posted this thing with F your beauty standards hashtag and this, that, and the other. And I just was floored by the number of assumptions he had made and this underlying tone of, I have authority coming from him, like I have the moral high ground, that sort of thing. And I just thought, why do we have to put up with this? I mean, seriously, why? And don't give me that, oh, well, you're on the internet, what do you expect crap, because I expect better from people. Maybe that's naive, but I do. And I don't think that it's justified to look at a picture of a woman with large thighs and cellulite and go, oh my God, they're telling everyone that it's okay to be fat. And they're telling everyone that it's okay to be lazy and not have willpower. The not having willpower thing, that's a quote. That's a direct quote from this chap. He obviously hasn't been on Ashley Graham's or my profiles because we have lots of stuff to do with exercise. But you know what? Even if we didn't, still a ridiculous assumption. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. I'm just really angry at the ignorance. You know, he just had this arrogant tone, thinking he knows better, thinking he understands all these things. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know her. He's not a fat woman that has to exist in society with all that kind of stuff coming from people like him. How can you possibly understand? And he wasn't even trying to. And I tried really hard to have this reasonable discussion with him, and it just wasn't going to happen, and I shouldn't have tried, but the thing is, I know fat women who are dreadfully unhappy with their bodies. I mean, seriously unhappy, to the point of depression and eating disorders. And I know thin women who are terribly unhappy with their bodies to the point of depression and eating disorders. And it doesn't matter what size your body is. You can have problems with it. You can have a mindset that is negative toward it. And it might be society, and it might be family, and it might be just you. And there's like loads of different reasons why that can happen, but it's not limited to fat people. And pictures of fat people on the internet are not telling other people that they should too be fat. Okay? They're just not. And why can't people get that into their heads? I mean, really, why? This guy's like, oh, somebody in that position should be giving nutritional advice, and why? We're just people. We're just existing, carrying out our lives in the bodies we have. Some of us want to change them, some of us don't. Some of us struggle more than others at different times, and it's hard. So it is not helpful ever. If you disagree with elements of body positivity, if you disagree with the F Your Beauty Standards movement, if you have issues with fat people, that's your issue.